Thank you, sir. Next, I request Mr. Abdin Singh, Settlement Officer, to introduce today's program and deliver the welcome speech.
Tashidale, the most honorable chief guest, Shri Chetan Chompela, honorable MLA of Kalaktang, the guest of honor, Shri Lobsang Setenla, ADC Rupa, the guest of honor, Shri Kamadoji Thongdok, Chairperson, Zilla Parishad member, and respected APC Kalaktang, and the member of ZPC Zilla Parishad member, and the very important dignitaries and the public leader and all the public who are assembled in today's function. As you know, today, the 6th July, we are celebrating 89th birth anniversary of His Holiness the Dalai Lama. So in Tenzin, we are celebrating His Holiness' birthday in our settlement office compound. First of all, I, on behalf of the Central Tibetan Administration and the Tibetan people residing in Tenzin, would like to welcome our Honorable MLA Shri Satin Chombela, and also I would like to congratulate MLA sir for winning election, and I once again congratulations to you, sir, and I hope under your dynamic leadership our area will progress and bring more development. And I also welcome our honorable guest of honor, Shri Kamadorji Thongdoji, chairperson of Zilla Parishad member. I think sir is also newly elected. And I also welcome guest of honor, Shri Lobsang Setenla, ADC Rupa, and ADC Kalaktang, Shri Minduloyji, and all the dignitaries who are present in the dais. I beg your pardon, I couldn't take all the names due to time. So we are celebrating His Holiness 89th birthday. As you know, His Holiness the Dalai Lama is not only the leader, spiritual leader for the Tibetan people. His Holiness the Dalai Lama is the spiritual leader in the world. So without saying much about His Holiness the Dalai Lama, as we know that His Holiness the Dalai Lama, his great work, the peace, the symbol of peace, non-violent, ahimsa. Without saying much, I, on behalf of this settlement, would like to extend my heartfelt thanks to the government of Arunachal Pradesh and the people of Arunachal Pradesh for extending every possible support for the Tibetan people who are residing in Tenzin, as well as the scattered community residing in Bamdila, Tawang, Dirang, Itanagar, and etc. So I once again would like to thank to the government of Arunachal Pradesh and the people of Arunachal Pradesh. And I also would like to extend my thanks to Dongko village people for donating our settlement land to the name of His Holiness the Dalai Lama. So under the leadership of Honorable Chief Minister of Arunachal Pradesh, Shri Pema Khandola, we are very fortunate. He is very helpful to us, not only to this settlement, he is helpful to all the settlement in the Arunachal Pradesh. As you might be knowing, there are 4 Tibetan settlements in Arunachal Pradesh. One is in Tenzin, one is in Meo under Changlang district, and one is Lohit district in Tezu, and one is in East Siang, Tuting. So we are very thankful to the government and the people of Arunachal Pradesh. So without taking much of my time, now I will going to read out the statement of the Kasha of today's function. A statement of the Kasha on the 89th birthday of His Holiness the Great 14th Dalai Lama. On this auspicious day, to celebrate the 89th birthday of the Supreme Leader of the Tibetan people, His Holiness the Great 14th Dalai Lama, the Kasha, on behalf of all the Tibetan people in Tibet and exile, would like to pay our obedience to His Holiness the Dalai Lama. We also extend our heartiest greetings to our chief guest, His Excellency Chief Minister of Sikkim, Shri Prem Singh Tamang, special guest member of Lok Sabha, Arunachal Pradesh, Shri Tapir Gaunji, His Excellency Speaker of Sikkim Legislative Assembly, Shri Mingma Norbu Sherpa, Honorable Butila Karpochi, Deputy Speaker of Ontario State Parliament, Honorable Minister from the State of Sikkim, Honorable Shri Bhim Ham Sabha, Honorable Shri Puran Kumar Gurung, Honorable Shri Punso Namgel Lepcha, Honorable MLA Shri Irung Tinzin Lepcha, Honorable MLA Shri Sanjit Kharel Namgel Gangshong Sang, Mayor of Otteville, MC, Switzerland, and all the guests from here and afar who have particularly come to attend the celebration, and to all those who are celebrating the occasion around the world. On this momentous occasion, as we rejoice in mightier ways around the world to celebrate His Holiness the Dalai Lama's birthday, every single one of us has to remind ourselves that it is time to be proactively compassionate in solemn gratitude to His Holiness the Dalai Lama's relentless effort in creating a compassionate global community. In accordance with the Tibetan calendar, this year marks the 90th birthday of His Holiness the Dalai Lama. As per the modern calendar, His Holiness will turn 90 on 6 July 2025. Beginning July 2025, the Kasha will commence a diverse series of year-long events celebrating this milestone as the Year of Compassion. As a precursor to the significant event, the Kasha will briefly introduce the four principal lifelong commitments of His Holiness the Dalai Lama in four separate official events throughout this year, including today's occasion, as a gentle reminder to followers and friends that the best way to please your Lama is to put into practice their words of advice. His Holiness' first lifelong commitment is to promote the happiness of all humanity based on the concept of oneness of humanity. Here is how His Holiness has over the years proceeded to espouse in slightly different approaches the spirit of altruism, universal responsibility, advancement of human values, and secular ethics. During His Holiness' first visit to European countries in 1973, His Holiness emphasized the practice of altruism, a state of mind that abandons petty self-gain and realizes a sense of commitment to others' well-being, while made with an opportunity to help others. This concept eventually evolved into what is known as universal responsibility. In the 1990s, His Holiness began to give brief discourses on the concept of secular ethics. On May 10, 1999, in his address on ethics for the new millennium at the Royal Albert Hall in London, His Holiness spoke of promoting human values as a responsibility of being a human himself. The address did not specify whether it should be based on secular and religious ethics. However, in Varanasi, in the year 2000, His Holiness publicly mooted the concept of secular ethics not dependent on any particular religion. The concept of the oneness of humanity is based on the nature of interdependence that affects one another. His Holiness advises against discrimination based on country, national origin, race, language, color, ideology, culture, class, religion, or any other. He stresses and elaborates on the undeniable fact that individuals and society as a whole are interdependent, among all others, in commerce and finance, politics and military, transportation, and the environment. As long as we long for the physical healthy, mentally happy, and long life free from illness, we should hold dear compassion, loving kindness, patience, contentment, and ethical conduct. When confronted with varied challenges, one must avoid the notion of being the only victim under a sense of despair, thereby losing one's capacity to face the challenge. Rather, one should be positively oriented to resolve obstacles in stages through cooperative efforts. His Holiness believes that thinking long-term rather than short-term, prioritizing others before self, and working for the common good rather than individual interests are unavoidable responsibilities of humankind. His Holiness does not say this because of his little or because he is a Buddhist leader or as a free spokesperson for the Tibetan people, but rather as someone deeply committed to human well-being and respecting human values. His Holiness keeps emphasizing the importance of secular ethics. All the 8 billion human beings in this world aspire for happiness and avoid suffering. 1/8 of us are non-believer, and believers not only follow different religions, but also different traditions within those religions. His Holiness talked about the means for gradually extending the need for individual happiness to humanity as a whole, as based on the presence of compassion that could bring true happiness and peace. Based on innate human attitude and feeling, His Holiness wrote hundreds of books to encourage the development and enhancement of basic human values and qualities. The Power of Compassion in 1995, The Art of Happiness in 1998, Ethics for the New Millennium in 2001, and Beyond Religion, Ethics for a Whole World, generated deep interest worldwide. To confront the present and growing degenerative future challenges of the gap between rich and poor, and of we and they, His Holiness widely talked about the need to understand the interdependent nature of our existence for more openness and responsibility towards each other, and the need for education based on compassion living. His Holiness also stressed the need to eliminate the main cause of our suffering, the concept of I and mine that brings about unyielding thoughts. His presence in including compassion and wisdom as part of holistic modern education has resulted in such practices in more than 130 countries to date. Over the above, convening annual international discussion on it to symbolize their respect for His Holiness' invaluable thoughts, many Western nations have honored him with about 300 prestigious awards and honorary doctorates. His Holiness has visited more than 60 countries nearly 300 times, met with almost 500 political and religious figures. His public talks and visits to about 60 universities have helped open the minds of millions through the message based on his 4 commitments and other invaluable insight. Next year, as mentioned above, the Kashak has decided to celebrate, as per the Western calendar, the 90th birthday of His Holiness the Great 14th Dalai Lama, formally and internationally throughout the year. The 19th birthday celebration organizing committee, headed by the Cabinet Secretary, will comprise civil servants of the 3 pillars of democracy and the major departments. The committee will be responsible for overall coordination and support in India, Nepal, and Bhutan. Each of the departments would be responsible for streamlining regular and special 90th anniversary events under the jurisdiction. Under Department of Information and International Relations, each of the offices of Tibet will form organizing committee in each nation under their jurisdiction to develop and execute events at national and international levels. At an appropriate time, we shall announce a dedicated online portal for downloading materials that can be accessed by everyone. This includes films, documentaries, exhibitions, and more, and also for uploading conducted events. Last month, after passing the Resolve Tibet Act in both houses of the U.S. Congress, a 7-member high-level bipartisan U.S. congressional delegation led by the chair of the House Foreign Affairs Committee, Congressman Michael McCaul, purposely visited Dharamshala and presented a framed copy of the legislation to His Holiness the Dalai Lama. Speeches of the delegates in support of Tibet at the public event organized by the Central Tibetan Administration in their honor have moved many hearts. At the occasion, Speaker Imbita Nancy Pelosi pronounced His Holiness the Dalai Lama with his message of knowledge, tradition, compassion, purity of soul, and love. He will live forever. The legislation aimed at resolving the Sino-Tibet dispute recognizes the Sino-Tibet dispute as unresolved and that the legal status of Tibet is yet to be settled under international law. As the official policy of the US government, it acknowledges the Tibetan people's right to self-determination, point out the distorted narrative of Tibetan history by the Chinese government, and urge negotiation. In all, the unprecedented support for the Tibetan people's struggle for justice has lent solid backing to the will of the Tibetan people to one day freely preserve and protect our religion and culture, language, way of life and environment. The Kasha will strive to work towards similar policy adopted in other free democratic nations as well. Therefore, we urge every Tibetan and Tibet supporters everywhere in the world to join in this common effort. This year, in recognition of the exiled Tibetans' practice of democracy, the US-based National Endowment for Democracy conferred the Democracy Service Medal in the name of the Sikyong Tibetan administration. This is a definite recognition of His Holiness the Dalai Lama's visionary leadership and encouragement in steering the Tibetan community towards democracy no sooner after coming into exile, and in honor of the unstinted dedication of the previous generation of Tibetans who put it into practice. At most of the long life prayer offering to His Holiness the Dalai Lama, including the recent one, as per divination by Maching Pandal Lamo, the state protecting deity, His Holiness has committed to live beyond 110 years. I wish to express our appreciation and gratitude to the protecting deities for safeguarding His Holiness, the government and the people of India, the US and others, and innumerable individuals for their steadfast support, particularly at this point of time when His Holiness is recovering a successful knee surgery. We want to thank the hospital for special surgery team and every Tibetan inside and outside, including non-Tibetans, for their prayers under the guidance of Nechung Chogil Chemo, the other state protecting deities. To conclude, Your Holiness, you are the eyes of our view and the heart of our being. Although Your Holiness could raise in the equipace of emptiness like space, yet you choose to serve all living beings in this illusory world. May your His Holiness live long, and may all your wishes be fulfilled, devoid of obstacles. May Your Holiness return to the Potala Palace and continue to turn the wheel of Dharma. May the truth of our cause prevail, and may there soon be the reunion of Tibetan inside and outside Tibet. May this vast world be illuminated by the light of wisdom that distinguishes what to adopt and what to abandon. And may all directions be filled with the soothing shade of compassion. The Kasha, 6 July 2024. Thank you.
Thank you, Settlement Officer. Now I request our Honorable MLA and two guests of honor to join us on stage for the cake cutting ceremony in honor of His Holiness the Dalai Lama birthday. Additionally, I request students of Sambora to sing a traditional birthday song dedicated to His Holiness the Dalai Lama. officer. Now we have plantation program. 이만하고서 딜리 파는 이렇게 그티식 랑가당 것이야로 단다 딜리야 신도 수야기 내린 주야 지금 딜리 랑가 시장 그렇지. Next, we will proceed with the tree plantation ceremony. I kindly request our settlement officer to escort our chief guests and guests of honor to the plantation site.